Hey ICC friends, I know we were chatting earlier about leaving Neverland and we got cut off, so I figured I would just create a brand new live where we could talk about leaving Neverland, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you all on watching Leaving Neverland. Okay, so initially I know a lot of you guys had some reservations about watching it for obvious reasons. And I know a lot of you felt a way about it, but I decided to watch it just for two reasons. Number one, because I'm nosy. Number two, because I need to know what's going on so I could talk to you all about it, or for those of you who do or have decided to watch it, then we can go ahead and discuss. So I was very disturbed. I watched both part one and part two last night. By the time we got to Oprah, I was tired. Like me, my dad, Miss Wanda, my family, we was up in here straight nodding off on Oprah. So no shade to Oprah, but she's catching some flames out here in these internet streets right now. And I'm pretty sure she's not having a good time dealing with the folks and the cyber thugs right now and the Michael Jackson fans. But anyway, okay, so let me just share a few thoughts that I had concerning Leaving Neverland. First things first, I was a little taken aback with the commentary from Wade Roberson and Jimmy Safechuck. Now, these are the two accusers that claim Michael Jackson sexually abused them over the span of years when they were little boys. Like anything else, I was deeply disturbed by that for a number of reasons. The first reason being, I'm going to blame the parents. I'm going to just start from the top, work my way down. I'm going to blame the parents because first things first, I don't know about y'all mama and daddy, but my grandma, my mom, my daddy would not allow me to be laid up over Michael Jackson's house as a small child, laid up in the bed with Michael Jackson. I don't care what kind of childhood he missed out on. I don't care how he was different, how he was strange, how he was a boy at heart. That just would not happen. Okay, so that's first things first. So watching it, to be honest with you, it felt like I was watching Abducted in Plain Sight Part 2. I don't know if you guys saw that on Netflix, but that's really what Leaving Neverland should have been called, Abducted in Plain Sight Part 2. And the reason why I say that is because, okay, let me just start. Me as a kid, I absolutely loved Michael Jackson like a fat kid loved cake. Michael Jackson was everything to me as a kid. I wanted to be an extra in the Thriller video. I wanted to be Ola Ray. I wanted to be everything dealing with Michael Jackson. I swore I was Billie Jean as a kid. I didn't even know what the whole situation with Billie Jean was. But I love Michael Jackson, like many of us did as kids. And so, even with as much as I love Michael Jackson, maybe I can convince my grandmom through prayer and meditation to allow me to go to a Michael Jackson concert. Might get lucky with that. I already had to beg just to be able to watch his music videos, just to be able to watch him perform on TV, because my grandma was like, she ain't having that sacrilegious music and that devil music up in her house. So it was a challenge with me trying to be a Michael Jackson fan as a kid. Some of y'all can relate a little bit. But even with that being said, as much as I love Michael Jackson, concert, maybe. T-shirt, I had one T-shirt. Shout out to my Aunt Dale for coming through with the one Michael Jackson T-shirt. But going to Michael Jackson's house, laying up, having slumber parties, child, please. I would have a better chance of getting, no, I'm not even going to say that because that's rude. But no, that's something that just would not happen. It's not going to happen. It was inconceivable. So to watch these parents pack up, grab their kids, Wade Robinson's mama packed her whole family up, left the daddy, grabbed her kids and moved to America because Wade was Michael Jackson's new little bestie. And she thought that if they moved to America, Michael Jackson was going to give them the American dream. And then okay, I'm not even going to go through the whole thing because some of y'all already watched it. But here's a few things that I know. I wouldn't have been at Michael Jackson's house for a number of reasons. Number one, I'm black. Michael Jackson was not interested in having pigmented buddies. Okay, unless you are Emmanuel Lewis. Now, Emmanuel Lewis was a unique situation. Okay, so now I feel like I need to get Webster on the horn to find out if Michael Jackson wasn't playing ghetto games with him. in the dark areas of Neverland Ranch, because apparently, I don't know. Now, I'm not going to say that I believe that Michael Jackson was molesting those kids, because I don't like to speak on dead folks in the wrong way, because I feel like it's disrespectful. So I will not say that I believe Michael Jackson was molesting those kids. What I will say is I believe Michael Jackson has some strange and unique behaviors that somebody need to explain to me a little more in depth. As a kid, all I knew was Michael Jackson was singing. Michael Jackson had, I guess, a wet and wavy. He was fly. He had all the dance moves. He was probably one of the world's greatest entertainers that I will probably see in my entire lifetime. But as I got older and started learning more about him, I was like, he's a little strange. He's a little unique. And why he don't have no grown homeboys he go to the club with? Why he always at home having snacks and Netflixing and chilling before there was a Netflix with little boys? And even if he didn't do anything wrong, because I wasn't there, but even if he didn't do anything wrong, why, like my main question was, why did he have such an interest in hanging with children, underage children? So anyway, with that being said, I blame the parents. Another thing that was really, really odd to me was listening to Wade and Jimmy recall their interactions with Michael Jackson and this alleged abuse, because I'm going to say alleged because I wasn't there and I don't know. Just listening to them recall the alleged abuse made me a little uncomfortable, for the simple fact that they were putting very, very adult and grown characteristics on themselves when they were talking about themselves as children. For instance, if I'm 7 years old and something is going on in my life and I'm recalling what happened at 7 years old, I'm not going to say, well, I sat down and went through the discernment of whether or not I should take this kid's candy and I elaborated on why I ate the candy. No, I was a kid. I saw the candy. I thought about taking the candy. I snatched the candy, popped the kid upside the head. Cool. They were saying things like, I'm sorry if I'm losing my voice. I'm getting over a upper respiratory infection. But they were using characteristics like, oh, I was attracted to him. What does 7-year-old know about being attracted to a grown man? You might admire a grown man. You might be starstruck. You might be wide open, because as a kid, I loved Michael Jackson with my whole heart, but I didn't know anything about being attracted to Michael Jackson as a kid. I was like, this dude can sing all my favorite songs and he can moonwalk. He's the greatest thing on earth since, like, white bread, sliced bread, whatever. But what I'm saying is, I didn't look at Michael Jackson and say, oh my gosh, I'm attracted to Michael Jackson. Or what does a 7-year-old know about French kissing? And so they were putting a lot of characteristics on a child that was very, very strange when they were talking about their relationships with Michael Jackson. So that was a little odd to me. And then, of course, we all know the back and forth with them testifying on Michael Jackson's behalf. And then with them later, now here we are in the year of our Lord 2019, Michael Jackson done gone on to glory. And now we got this documentary. First things first, I feel like this documentary is nothing but a new trend. A trend of Surviving R. Kelly type of series. I feel like the people at HBO saw the success of Surviving R. Kelly and was like, ooh, who else? Oh, Michael Jackson. Let's make Leaving Neverland. Let's do that. So I feel like that is why we got this special, because they saw the success of Surviving R. Kelly. But as far as Wade and Jimmy are concerned, there were times when I felt totally convinced that they were telling the truth throughout this documentary. And then there were times where I was scratching my head and sipping my orange juice like, that don't sound right. That don't feel right. One of the things that I found really, really strange, and again, I can't speak on what it's like to be abused because I've never been a victim of sex abuse. So I don't want to speak to that directly because I don't want to disrespect anyone who has been a victim of sexual abuse or sexual molestation. But these kids didn't show any signs of being molested. A lot of times when kids are abused, their personalities change, their behaviors change. They become a little more withdrawn. I don't know. just based off of what I've seen and what I know, that's usually what happens. But Wade and Jimmy, they was in the picture smiling and carrying on. Michael Jackson asked, I can't remember, was it Jimmy's mom or Wade's mama that Michael Jackson wanted him for a year? I'm talking to my family. Was it Jimmy? Wade? Okay. Yeah, yes, Wade's mama, because she had she looked like she aged real bad. Michael Jackson asked Wade Roberson, whatever, if he could have that boy for a year. Like, who asked somebody's mama if they got a child for a whole year? Oh, I'm losing my voice. Like, that's not weird to nobody? Is it just me, or is that not weird to anyone? As far as testifying, I believe that as these young men got older, the way they spoke about Michael Jackson made me feel like they were in love with him. And I know that sometimes people, I mean, I've seen it before. One of my friends had adopted these two girls and they were being molested by their dad. And they told the girl that they were in love with their dad. And one of the girls was writing her dad when he was in jail, talking about how they were going to get married when he got out of jail. So I know that's not far-fetched. I mean, I've seen a case of it before in real life. But both of these young men who claim they were abused by Michael Jackson really talked as if they were in love with him, and they were heartbroken when they got rotated out because they aged out and Michael Jackson got new buddies. You know, Macaulay Culkin came in as a buddy, and then the other little boy came in as a buddy who blew the whistle on Michael Jackson, and he ended up getting charged and all of that. So I guess with all that being said, it was an interesting watch. We started falling asleep on it by the time we got to part 2, because Wade and Jimmy talked in a very monotone voice. So if you weren't fully alert with some like get live juice in your system, you probably catch a few naps in between. So I'm not gonna lie, I did catch a few cat naps in between, so I may have missed something vital. But it was just a sad story overall. Even outside of the allegations against Michael Jackson, it was a sad story overall because it showed how these allegations affected Wade, how the allegations affected Jimmy, how the allegations affected his mama, how Michael Jackson coming into these people's lives, regardless of what happened once he got in there, how they were literally moving and shaking based off of Michael Jackson, based off of what they expected him to do for them, or based off of what they thought he would do for them. To pack up your whole family and leave your husband behind, and then he started dealing with mental health issues. Wade Robeson's daddy ended up hanging himself. It's just sad. The whole thing was just truly, truly sad. By the time I got to Oprah, y'all, I was tired. Like literally and figuratively. Like I was tired. Like I wasn't even interested anymore. Because I guess I just made up my mind. I'm still on the fence about whether or not Michael Jackson actually abused these kids or sexually assaulted these kids or sexually abused them, whichever way you want to frame it. But I do know that some weird behaviors was going on at Neverland Ranch. And, you know, I know people say, you know, Michael never had a childhood. Michael was a grown man trapped in a kid's body. Okay. It's some of y'all walking around right now that's grown, like that are grown people with children mentality. And I'm not trying to be rude or not trying to be ignorant. I'm just saying some people mature a little slowly. Some people don't bother to mature at all. But that still doesn't quantify or excuse a grown man having sleepovers and sleeping in the bed with small boys that are not his kin. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm not here to try to defame Michael Jackson or to ruffle y'all MJ fans for y'all to be moonwalking through the comments and talking all crazy to me. I'm just telling you that's how I feel about it. My son wouldn't be over there playing Sleepy Time Station with Michael Jackson. I don't care how big of a star he is. And I think that is why a lot of children are put in positions to be prey with predators, because the parents are so gassed. Like Wade Robeson's mama was gassed. Jimmy's mama was gassed. Wade mama thought she was Michael Jackson's side chick too. She had her little hair done, all thrown to one side, put a little S curl in Wade's hair to try to make him look like it was a mess. It was a mess. They were literally obsessed with Michael Jackson to the point of dropping the ball with their parenting, with their observation. First time I came to Michael Jackson's bedroom door and it was locked and my child in there with him, we cashing out. From the 1999 to the 2000s, we cashing out. So it was a lot of things and a lot of people, just like R. Kelly. I know it's tomato and tomato, but it's in the same salad. Just like R. Kelly, a lot of people outside of R. Kelly as well need to be held accountable for what took place. Just like Michael Jackson, there are a lot of people who need to be held accountable for what allegedly took place or did not take place. My question is, with Wade and all of them, like with Wade and Jimmy now coming forward saying, okay, yeah, this stuff did happen. Did they apologize to the other little boy that they testified against and made out to be a liar when he spoke up? Like, I just got questions. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what you thought about it. I'm going to go ahead and, because my voice is really, really trying to go to Neverland Ranch. So just let me know your thoughts. And, you know, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And when my voice comes back, maybe we can come back and discuss some more. But I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say, because this one is very personal to a lot of people. Because of the way people love Michael Jackson, a lot of people are personally invested in this, especially when he's not here to defend himself. And I truly don't agree with putting something like this out. That's like you pass away and then somebody make a documentary slandering you. You can't even come back from the crossroads to say, hold on, wait a minute, they lying on me. So I don't know. I know Michael Jackson went to trial and he was found not guilty. But in the same token, R. Kelly went to trial. He was found not guilty. I saw the tape. So I don't know. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts. When my voice comes back fully, we will discuss again. And I don't know. And I miss you too. I see you, Kimberly Love. Okay, so you guys have a great day. Let me know your thoughts on leaving Neverland. Y'all leave Oprah alone. Oprah trying to do her job. I know that a lot of us feel like it was a very, very poor decision for her to even entertain this whole docuseries, for her to entertain Jimmy, for her to entertain Wade Roberson. But I was counting on her to come in and ask the tough questions that a lot of us have at home. I don't know if she asked them because I got bored and I got sleepy and I went to bed. So y'all let me know if Oprah did a good job. But I did hear her say that she decided to do that special because it was bigger than Michael Jackson. It was about sexual abuse in itself. And, you know, it superseded Michael Jackson. Well, if it superseded Michael Jackson, just do a special about sexual abuse. Have people come on and share their stories and have someone come in that can give people healing. Don't piggyback it off of this, because by piggybacking it off of Neverland, or leaving Neverland, you're giving it even more of a stage and making it even bigger. So if you really want to do something for people of sexual abuse, just do something for people of sexual abuse. Don't tie Michael Jackson into it or give leaving Neverland another boost. So that's my spill on it. Okay. All right. That's my thoughts. I'm going to go take some medicine, drink some orange juice. Talk to you guys later. Bye.